Welcome to this series of programs entitled The Wisdom of the Tarot. The tarot is not just a fortune-telling implement. The tarot has deep and meaningful aspects to our lives and can be a really important way of finding our own self-development and particularly our spiritual development. So today I'm just going to give a brief history of the tarot cards and then talk about the first tarot card in the pack, the Major Arcana. So the history of the tarot cards are unclear, although many people have associated them with ancient cultures, including Egypt and Greece. However, there is no evidence to substantiate this. The oldest known surviving tarot cards are from the late 1400s, and there is a pack of these cards in a museum in Paris. These have been called the Marseille pack. The tarot consists of 78 cards, which include what is called the 22 Major Arcana and the 56 Minor Arcana. The minor consists of suits, similar to our ordinary playing cards. In fact, early packs were called the Game of Tarot. These suits are cups, which are connected to love interests, wands, which are to do with the family, pentacles are to do with money and finances, and swords are to do with health and illness. Each suit has a king, queen, knave, and page. I will talk about these, the minor arcana, in further programs. It seems likely that the ordinary minor cards were at some point combined with the major arcana, which would likely to have been around the time of the invention of the printing press. And because of that time of religious persecution, it may have been the only way to bring these ancient teachings into the public domain. The major arcana deals with the deeper spiritual aspects of life, and the minor deals with the mundane. As you will see, the major have profound meanings and have been studied by various people through the ages, including the mystical Russian author Ouspensky, Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey, and Jung's archetypes and Catholic bishops. Originally, only the major cards had pictures. However, by the early 1900s, Arthur Edward Waite, member of the Order of the Golden Dawn, published in 1910 the pictorial key of the tarot. Although you may find an array of different packs now, many of them follow a similar pattern to the Rider-Waite packs, and it is with these that I will use during these programs. There seems little doubt that the 22 major arcana illustrate aspects of the personal and deeper journeys of life. And maybe because of their number, which is 22, they have some association with the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is made up of 22 teachings that illustrate stages of spiritual and personal growth. We know that these go back to the 12th century and are likely to have come before that time. The major cards can be used to inspire us and bring profound knowledge of self. So in these short programs, I will endeavor to reveal something of the meanings of your journey through life. So as I said, we have 22 major arcana and 56 minor. So I'm going to, one by one, go through the major arcana, which are the most important. Now, in some packs, the Fool is either 0 or 22. So I'm going to leave the Fool to the end for reasons that will become obvious. So today I'm going to talk about number 1. And number 1 is the Magician. Now, the Magician is all about thought, the power of thought. And as you can see in this card, which is the Rider-Waite pack, you have a magician-like figure holding his arms, one up to the sky and one up to the earth. Energy follows thought. And this is all about the power of thought. In this card, you see illustrations of the cups, the pentacles, the wands, the swords on the table. And these are a ritual for the focus to whatever the magician wants to use. Now, nowadays, we think and know quite a lot about the power of thought and manifestations of what we desire. And it is true that through focused thought, we can manifest what we desire. However, there is a word of warning here, because if we desire something that is adverse to someone else or anything, then nothing good will come of it. So it might have an effect, but very quickly will have disastrous effects on you. So it's important that you give a great deal of thought to what it is you want to manifest. They say, be careful what you ask for, and that is very true of this card. It is said that everything manifests first in thought, and that may well be true. Some of these cards have been associated with other different elements. This one seems to be associated with the planet of Uranus. Uranus is a card of unexpected aspects, unexpected situations, and is a very powerful planet. But I don't have any particular feeling about that. What I do feel is that if this card comes up when you use the pack, then it is saying to you that you have the ability to manifest your thoughts. Now, the thing that stops that happening most of all is emotion. So when you do want to manifest something, you need to really quieten down your emotions. You need to put them aside and you need to focus on what it is that you most want. Do be careful with this. It is a powerful instrument and it must be used for the greater good of yourself or the greater good of the world. So that's really very important. Lots of people have talked about this, and I quite like the words that come from a very good book by Dean Radin called Real Magic. And he says that when you send out this desire, this thought, this focus, you then must have zero anxiety about it. So it's almost that you use this powerful force of will. At the same time, you don't have any anxiety about the outcome. You just let it go. So this is number one in the pack. And as we've said, it is very powerful and can be used. And as I said, if you pick this card, it's a very good omen for actually trying to manifest what it is that you really want. You really want for the greater good, for yourself or for others. So there, I'm going to leave it in this program. I will see you again very soon, and we will go through the cards one by one. Thank you for listening.